Well, today is day 81 according to my YouTube, but as I just went and looked back from purchase date till today, it is actually is day 80. Somehow I kind of one extra day in. So from October 25th till today. So today's the 13th, Monday afternoon, so alrighty. So yesterday was Sunday, and me and Dad painted the cab and all these other parts. Kind of like 1.5 coats. Not fully 2 coats. The doors have one. This has 2. Cab's got 1.5 kind of coats. We kind of stopped, of course, I let it dry. Somehow the floor got pretty thick in here. It's good now, but it's pretty thick over too much spraying happening. Everywhere else is perfect. The cowling, I'm happy. Don't see those cracks no more. It's got a nice finish to it. It'll get darker as it dries up. But it got some runs happening. Too much in one spot. It's kind of good here because it's nice and thick, but it run down. So I need to block sand this once it fully cures. Right now it's been about 26 hours since I painted it. And so I'm going to give it a nice 48-hour plus time period. 2-3 solid days. Let it cure fully. Then I can start sanding. Remove it. Spray can with a touch-up. And then when the weekend hits, Friday, Saturday night, heat the drudge up back to 60 to 80 degrees in the shop. And then we'll do another coat of paint on this on all the parts, second coat. So I have runs here. And we got runs on the firewall. So big thing for me is right in this section. And right there. Those you don't see, the motor's hiding them. And then here, which I still will touch them up, but this is where your air box goes. So I can get away with that. But the top one, this one, and the other one, I want to clean up, make it nice. The rest otherwise is perfect. No other runs, I'm happy. I spray can touch up down here because spray gun doesn't want to spray down there, and other nooks and crannies I can't get with a big gun. This cap for the jump starting per se, I sprayed it with a spray gun, but then it's like, turn this a little bit, and then bare spot. So I just touched that up today. That's done. Yeah, pretty good. The bumper is good shape. It's got its dings and dents, and it's 1/4-inch steel. I'm not going to hammer that out. It adds character. So that's fine. But I get paint runs, and that's not my paint. That is the primer real below. I ran 128 D8 sander. It's smooth. But these runs, because I was rushing myself from full-on tar from Vietnam, the backside, did all that, sanded it all in a couple hour or two. And then I put it by the wood stove, let it warm up. I spray can primer right at the wood stove, kind of up close and tight. It's pretty heavy. I need Dad to help me lift it. And so I kind of rushed it a bit. Primered. And like, let's paint. And then all of a sudden, it's like, I didn't really have time to actually sand this out. Unlike the doors, after I'm done priming, I did another layer of sanding. I need to do it this time. It's a bumper. You'll see plenty of abuse, but I'm still going to kind of etch those out before I put the next coat of paint on top. Anyway, that's that. Moving on to the jerry can and doors. So jerry can, spray gun as well. It did a pretty good job. The word Dad was like, this is your best paid job you've done for the most part. So that's done. I did everything but the bottom, so I just did spray can today on the bottom. It's a 1951 jerry can. My truck supposedly is 65, but the VIN number says 83. So I ordered this based on the VIN, and everyone else is going to see my VIN number at the shows. I'm looking for 1983 jerry can. This is my friend. He's got 50 jerry cans all above his garage doors just for display use. It's like, I have a few from the 80s, but not 83. So he says for you, your best bet's find something between the mid-60s or the 80s. Anything of that era will do. Don't have to be perfectly exactly the year you have. So, alrighty. That's the jerry can. Doors are good shape. But you see tiger stripes because I only did one full on spray and I didn't do a full on spray. So I was more concerned about drips at this point. So it's kind of shadow effects. So I definitely need another coat on these doors. I did both sides. So they are painted on both sides already. First coats. Insides are beautiful. It's just the outsides have some minor drip to them. So I put it against the table. I put it against the crank for the window bolt, so I don't scratch up the paint. So that's the doors, and that's my update pretty much. So the truck is painted, and it is day 80, not 81. Tonight and pretty much tomorrow, I'm just focused on sandblasting at this point, trying to get some things done as that stuff's trying to settle and dry. So I got these big parts done, sandblasted. I'm going to get this to a friend. He's got his Bridgeport, and I want to mill out, I don't know how much thou, but mill out enough. This side's fine. I want the splines, but probably not even. I don't know. I want his ideas. My idea is to mill it a little bit, and then I want to put a Zerk fitting in the bolt, so it pivots much better, way smoother, but it's up to him. Machinist, what his thoughts are. Those are done. Front shackle mounts to do still. Indicator for the dashboard. That needs painted. Sandblast that. Paint for the hood. Handles for the cranks. And I only have 2 of the hooks for the tie downs. These ones you see, the rest you don't see. And so I want them a little bit prettier, so they're going to get blasted. That's these. I'm rushing. I got to go in the house very soon. And I got all these parts done today. I did the wire wheel. Wire wheels just get the worst of the paint off, so I don't want chunks of paint in the sand. So this is the best I could do. Like that nook and cranny I can't get to. So sandblast that out. But overall, being cast iron, ready for primer already, but sandblast that out. Being flat, they're ready to go right away for paint. These I think I'm good, but I'm going to still hit the sandblast on them. And that's it for small parts. Yeah, blasters in there. It's not a bad setup from the 1960s, 70s, I think this is. So, it works. Alrighty, so the air's off for the night. So that's my update overall. Painting the truck. We're doing it at 40 psi instead of 90, how we usually have it set up for. So 40 psi output, paint thinner. We have these hold 2 quarts, and then the spray gun only holds 1 quart. So that I can make a batch of 2 quarts at a time. That works. So far, of all that what I've done so far, it's a half gallon used up already. So my guess, I think I made 2 full batches. That's what I believe. What that comes to. Online at Rapco, he's saying 4-to-1 mixture. So we lined up 4 inches and add 1 inch. That's our 4-to-1. That's how Dad wants to play it. But for us, we're not going up to the extra inch line, maybe a quarter to a half up. So 4 to 0.4 by 0.5. That's kind of the ratio we're going at. Anyway. So that's where we're at. It's pretty thin compared to like primer I've been using for the chassis. That's thick. I don't know what ratio I'm going to go with thinner on that, but it works for the frame. I'm happy. Turned out good, but it's a lot thinner. Semi-gloss, enamel, Marine Corps green, forest green. So. Alrighty, I'm working on my headset so I don't forget it for work. And that's it for the garage update. Now, next part, and I'm about done here. Keep it nice, short. Talking to my Marine Corps friend. He's in town. He's got his M38. He's got 3 of them. A few mutts, MBs, GPWs. The one GPW just got crushed by his roof, collapsed, pile of snow weight. And Haggerty says, "Here's $3,000 check. Fix it." He says, "Where shop can I find to fix a new tub, the windshield frame, I need a genuine World War II tub. I'm not buying reproduction. It's like, you give me a lot more money. I said, fine, total it out. So he's got his big chunk of money. So, but I'm surprised he totaled it because that's his first Jeep he's ever restored. Anyway, carry on. So he's got his Marine Corps Jeeps. All his Jeeps are Marine Corps. And we're trying to figure out what stencils for my truck. He's saying, do not do a white star. White stars for Army only. So don't do your doors. Keep them bare green. So that's what we're doing. No paint there. The bumper will get markings. The bumperettes will get markings. Now, I'm kind of basing my truck kind of mostly Marine Corps stuff here. But I'm mainly Navy. The Navy and the Marine Corps kind of shared vehicles. So it's a military Marine Corps spec vehicle, but it's got a few things from Navy on it. And I'm looking at his Jeep, like his hood says U.S. Marine Corps on it. Then it says like 1167 something. I was like, is that your VIN number? Like mine's 4H6088. That's my VIN number for my data tag. Oh no, that's my kid's birthday on it. Like, it could be any random number, as long as it means something to you or something that ties it to the originality of the vehicle. He says, do you have anyone you can kind of make your vehicle connection to? For me, I'm in the USMC Cadets as a kid, so I'm doing a military Navy Sea Cadet theme a little bit here, but it's kind of hard because in Sea Cadets, our unit number, we didn't have one. I mean, I do have one for boot camp, 006, but as for my battalion here in Erie, it's just called Erie Battalion. There's no number for it, and I don't think it's gonna work out. I want to add a few touches for my personality of me and Petty Esther second class. Do those with that. That's fine. But Patrick is saying to me, do a tribute build. Any of your grandparents? Well, I have grandpa from the Air Force, and I have mother grandfather from the Navy, 1954 through 58. Graduated boot camp at Great Lakes, and then went down to Florida. I forget what portion, but it's the top of Florida, at the one of the big forts. Stationed there, and then went on ship, and really just a store clerk, handing out uniforms and sea bags, that kind of guy. So I have his dog tags, kind of trying to figure out some numbers I can do with that. I know what boot camp he was in, unit number there, but I don't know, it's hard to not much information I know. He died in 2013, so I don't have much to ask for help, but I don't mind doing a tribute build there off of him. A little bit tying up some Sea Cadets for me as well. So, and I might hang some dog tags off the. I don't even think I have a rear mirror on this truck, but I'll hang some dog tags there. Not his though. I'm sure I can make some repops of his, just so I don't lose his originals. Just add some touches to the truck. So, anyway, that's kind of where I'm at right now. And he's planning on going to Bantam Jeep Festival as well. So I have a nice Vietnam setup going on. Not just the World War II Jeeps and me. So, and he says, all your markings are yellow. Do not do white. White is Army. Which my truck was Army. But I'm making it Navy, Marine Corps. So. And then jerry cans, green diesel, red, which they don't really carry, but I want to carry a red can for gasoline. And I'm going to carry a plastic can for water, for radiator or drinking water. And then he's already asked about, do you want a shovel? Do you want an axe? I already have a military axe. I'm good. He says, do you want a shovel? Well, I've been using that shovel there, painted red to match my axe for a while. He said, that's not right. I'm buying 2 shovels for my mutt right now, which is period correct for this. He says, I'll buy an extra one for you and do some sandblasting for him. So I'm going to have a nice period correct shovel for my truck. Even at the very beginning, as I'm pulling that rack off, well, because I'm doing big tires, which I'm going to at this point leave it original. All right, the last part is radiator. I asked him, what color should I paint it? Black, green, black with some bronze on top. polish it up. So your hood's never gonna be open at shows, so don't polish it. You can do green, but most are painted black. It was only ever painted green if it was in overhaul state, which mine was in 2008, but never was painted green. So I'm gonna paint it black, flat or semi-gloss black should do. I'm probably gonna do flat paint on that, and don't paint the fins. I've been told. So yeah, that's it, and I gotta go in. So, already, day 80. Already, night.